Hi students, in the last video we solved problems to show that the given function is analytic and hence to find its derivative. We solved two problems, now let us continue. So third one, show that the function w is equal to log z where z is not equal to 0 is analytic and hence find dw by dz. So since the function is log z here, it is convenient to take z is equal to r e power I theta, that is in polar form. Okay, so that you can separate the real and imaginary part. So w is equal to log of r e power I theta. We are substituting z is equal to r e power I theta, which is in the form of log mn, that is equal to log m plus log n. So we will get log r plus log e power I theta. So log r plus, again second term, it is in the form of log m power n, which is equal to n log m. So we'll get I theta log e. So log e means it is log e to the base e and whose value is 1. We get log r plus I theta. Log r plus I theta. So w is equal to log r plus I theta, which is in the form u plus iv. Now the real part u is equal to log r and the imaginary part v is equal to theta. Now to show that the given function satisfy the CR equations, let us differentiate these two functions with respect to r and theta partially. So dou u by dou r is equal to derivative of log r is 1 by r and dou v by dou r is equal to derivative of theta with respect to r is 0. So that can be written as r dou u by dou r is equal to 1 and dou v by dou r is equal to 0. Next, you differentiate with respect to theta. Dou u by dou theta is equal to 0 because log r is constant while differentiating with respect to theta, and dou v by dou theta is equal to 1. So dou u by dou theta is 0 and dou v by dou theta is equal to 1. And we know the CR equations in polar form. R into dou u by dou r is equal to dou v by dou theta, that is r u r is equal to v theta, and r vr is equal to minus u theta. You observe these partial derivatives, exactly r dou u by dou r is equal to dou v by dou theta, that is r u r is equal to v theta, and r vr is equal to minus u theta. Both are 0 here. You can write r u r is equal to minus u theta. So the CR equations are satisfied. So therefore the given function w is equal to log z is analytic. Now we need to find the derivative, that is f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta to dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r. So e power minus I theta as it is. Let us substitute for the partial derivatives. Dou u by dou r is 1 by r plus I into dou v by dou r is 0. So the second term is 0 here. E power minus I theta into 1 by r can be written as 1 by r e power I theta, and you know r e power I theta is z, so f dash of z is equal to 1 by z, that is the required derivative. Next, fourth problem. Show that f of z is equal to z power n, where n is a constant, is analytic, and hence find its derivative. Find its derivative. Solution. Let f of z is equal to z power n. F of z is equal to z power n. So once again, let us consider z is equal to r e power I theta, that is polar form. Put z is equal to r e power I theta, then we get f of z is equal to r e power I theta whole power n, that is equal to r power n into e power I n theta, e power I n theta, that is equal to r power n. E power I n theta is cos n theta plus I sin n theta. So it can be written as r power n cos n theta plus I into r power n sin n theta, which is in the form u plus iv. Therefore, the real part u is equal to r power n cos n theta and the imaginary part v is equal to r power n sin n theta. Now let us differentiate u and v with respect to r and theta partially. We get dou u by dou r. I'll write u suffix r is equal to, while differentiating with respect to r, cos n theta is constant. Just to differentiate r power n, that is n into r power n minus 1 cos theta. Similarly, differentiating v with respect to r, we'll get vr is equal to sin n theta is constant. Derivative of r power n is n into r power n minus 1 sin n theta. And next, let us differentiate with respect to theta. We'll get u theta is equal to r power n is constant. Derivative of cos n theta is minus sin n theta into n. So I'll write minus n sin n theta. And next, dou v by dou theta, that is v theta is equal to r power n is constant. Derivative of sin n theta is cos n theta into n. I'll write n cos n theta. N cos n theta. So here ur is n into r power n minus 1 cos n theta. In order to get the polar equations, the CR equations in polar form, you can write ur is equal to n into r power n by r into cos theta, and vr is equal to n into r power n by r sin n theta. So r ur is equal to n into r power n cos n theta, and r vr is equal to n into r power n sin n theta. We considered these two partial derivatives, and r power n minus 1 we are writing r power n by r power n by r, and cross multiply we'll get r into ur is equal to n into r power n cos n theta. Here r vr is equal to n r power n sin n theta. So the CR equations in polar form. What are CR equations in polar form? R ur is equal to what? V theta. Exactly, r ur is equal to V theta. And r vr is equal to minus u theta. Are satisfied. So when the CR equations are satisfied, therefore the given function f of z is equal to z power n is analytic. So now to find its derivative, we have f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r. F dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r. So that is equal to e power minus I theta into dou u by dou r. What is dou u by dou r? That is ur is n into r power n minus 1 cos theta plus I into dou v by dou r is n into r power n minus 1 into sin n theta. So that is equal to, what is common here? N into r power n minus 1 is common, and e power minus I theta, keep it outside, we get cos theta plus I cos n theta cos n theta here, cos n theta plus I sin n theta, that is equal to n into r power n minus 1 into e power minus I theta into cos n theta plus I sin n theta can be written as e power I n theta, that is equal to n into r power n minus 1 into e power I into theta minus theta plus n theta, which can be written as n minus 1 into theta, I into n minus 1 into theta, that is equal to n into r power n minus 1 into e power I theta whole power n minus 1. So now it is f dash of z is equal to f dash of z is equal to n into r power n minus 1 e power I theta whole power n minus 1, that is equal to n constant. So r power n minus 1 e power I theta whole power n minus 1 can be written as r e power I theta whole power n minus 1, that is equal to n into, we know z is r e power I theta, so it is z power n minus 1. So f dash of z is equal to n into z power n minus 1. Even if you differentiate directly, derivative of z power n is n into z power n minus 1. Next, fifth problem. Show that f of z is equal to r plus k square by r into cos theta plus I into r minus k square by r into sin theta, where r is not equal to 0, is a regular function, a regular function of z is equal to r e power I theta. Also find f dash of z. So you see the difference between this problem and previous. Previously they used to give the function in terms of z, where we used to write z is equal to x plus iy or z is equal to r e power I theta. But in this problem, directly they have given u and v. No need to substitute z here. Already it is in terms of polar coordinates. u is r plus k square by r cos theta and v is r minus k square by r sin theta. Okay. So directly I'll write, let f of z is equal to r plus k square by r into cos theta plus I into r minus k square by r into sin theta. Therefore u is equal to r plus, that is real part, k square by r into cos theta, and v, the imaginary part, r minus k square by r sin theta. Now let us differentiate with respect to r and theta. Differentiating with respect to r and theta partially. So first I'll write ur, dou u by dou r is ur is equal to, while differentiating with respect to r, differentiating with respect to r, cos theta is constant. Let us differentiate this bracket quantity. Derivative of r is 1 plus k square by r. K square is constant. Derivative of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. So we'll get minus k square by r square and cos theta as it is. Similarly, dou v by dou r, that is Vr is equal to, again sin theta is constant. Let us differentiate this bracketed quantity. Derivative of r is 1 minus k square is constant. Derivative of 1 by r is minus 1 by r square. So it becomes plus k square by r square into sin theta. So these two are the partial derivatives with respect to r. Then let us differentiate with respect to theta. U theta is equal to, now r plus k square by r is constant. Derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. So I'll write minus in the beginning, then sin theta. Similarly, v theta is equal to r minus k square by r is constant. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. So in order to show that the given functions satisfy the CR equations, let us write r u r is equal to v theta. Okay, so what is r u r here? R u r is equal to, multiply by r minus k square r by r square, that is k square by r into cos theta. We are multiplying by r u r is equal to 1 into r minus k square r by r square is k square by r cos theta. Similarly, r into vr is equal to, multiply this by r plus k square by r into sin theta. So we are multiplying these two partial derivatives by r on both sides. So therefore the CR equations in polar form. What are CR equations in polar form? R u r is equal to v theta. R u r is equal to v theta. These two, R u r and v theta. And R v r is equal to minus u theta. R u r is equal to minus u theta are satisfied. So once CR equations are satisfied, therefore the given function f of z is analytic. F of z is analytic. So that is the first part of the problem. Now let us find its derivative, f dash of z. To find f dash of z, we have f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into dou u by dou r plus I dou v by dou r. So that is f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into, let us substitute dou u by dou r, that is u r 1 minus k square by r square cos theta plus I into dou v by dou r is 1 plus k square by r square into sin theta. Just we are substituting ur and vr in this result. So let us simplify. E power minus I theta into 1 into cos theta plus I into 1 into sin theta is I sin theta. That is the one term. And from these two, you can take k square by r square common. I'll take minus k square by r square common. We get cos theta minus I sin theta. E power minus I theta into, first we are writing 1 into cos theta plus I into 1 into sin theta, that is cos theta plus I sin theta, one term. And in the remaining two terms, we are taking minus k square by r square common. We will get cos theta minus I sin theta. So that is equal to e power minus I theta into cos theta plus I sin theta. You know cos theta plus I sin theta is e power I theta. E power I theta. Then minus k square by r square minus k square by r square into cos theta minus I sin theta is e power minus I theta. E power minus I theta. Now let us multiply. E power minus I theta into e power I theta is e power 0, that is 1, minus k square by r square. E power minus I theta into e power minus I theta is e power minus 2I theta. E power minus 2I theta. So that is equal to 1 minus. The second term can be written as k square divided by r into e power I theta whole square. R square is already have r square in the denominator. E power minus 2I theta can be written as e power I theta whole power minus 2, that is e power I theta whole square in the denominator. So we know r into e power I theta is equal to z. Therefore f dash of z is equal to 1 minus k square by z square. So that is the required derivative of the given function. So what is the function here? F of z is equal to r plus k. Of course it is in the form of u plus iv, and we got the derivative f dash of z is equal to 1 minus k square by z square. So these are the few problems where first we show that the given function is analytic and hence find the derivative of the given function. And next type we have to construct the analytic function by knowing its real or imaginary part by Milne-Thomson method. So first let us discuss about the method how to construct the analytic function, and then to solve the problems. Construction of analytic function. By knowing the real or imaginary part by the method called Milne-Thomson method. Okay. First let us explain the procedure in brief or in stepwise, so that while solving problems it will be easy to construct the analytic function. Okay, so step 1, given, of course again we have both Cartesian and polar form. I'll write first Cartesian form. You write a Cartesian form. Okay, given u or v, either they'll give the real part u or the imaginary part v as a functions of x comma y. When it is in Cartesian form, you will get u and v in terms of x and y. Then we find the partial derivatives ux, uy, vx and vy. Either you write ux, uy or vx, vy depending upon the given function. If the given function is real, we get ux, uy. If it is imaginary v, we will get vx or vy. And now consider f dash of z is equal to ux plus I vx. Next, step 2. Given u, we use CR equation Vx is equal to minus uy, because we have, when the given function is u, we have the partial derivatives dou u by dou x, dou u by dou y only, but we have the result f dash of z is ux plus I vx here, so we need to write uy in terms of vx. So you can write f dash of z is equal to, therefore f dash of z is equal to ux plus I vx plus I into, in place of vx you can write minus uy, so that it becomes ux minus I uy, where both ux and uy are known. Or given v, then we use CR equations. So when the given function is v, vx is available, we need to write ux in terms of vy. So we have the CR equation ux is equal to vy, then we'll write f dash of z is equal to, in place of ux we'll get vy plus I into vx, vy plus I into vx. That is step 2. Next, step 3, we substitute for the partial derivatives. We substitute the expressions for the partial derivatives. In the RHS, and then we substitute x is equal to z, y is equal to 0 to get f dash of z as a function of z. F dash of z as a function of z. So the way how we substitute x is equal to z, y is equal to z, that is by Milne-Thomson method. Directly we'll substitute x is equal to z, y is equal to 0, so that f dash of z as a function of z. Step 4. So we got f dash of z here. Integrating f dash of z with respect to z, we get the required function f of z, that is nothing but the analytic function. So this is the procedure to construct the analytic function by knowing the real or imaginary part by Milne-Thomson method. So here, depending upon the given, either it is real or imaginary, we need to get the partial derivatives, and you substitute in this fundamental result, and substitute the expressions for the partial derivatives. We'll get f dash of z as a function of z by substituting x is equal to z, y is equal to 0. Then integrate with respect to z, we get the required analytic function f of z. So similarly, we write the procedure for the polar form. Means if the given function is in polar form. Step 1. Given u, r, v as functions of r comma theta, then we find the partial derivatives ur, u theta, vr, v theta, either ur u theta or vr v theta. And now consider the result f dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into ur plus ivr. ur plus ivr. Next, step 2. Given u, we use a CR equation. Which CR equation we write? VR is equal to minus 1 by r u theta. Minus 1 by r u theta. So that f dash of z becomes. So that f dash of z becomes. F dash of z is equal to e power minus I theta into ur as it is plus I into, for VR we'll write minus 1 by r u theta. Minus 1 by r u theta. So that it is e power minus I theta into ur minus I by r u theta. Or given V, we use a CR equation. So which CR equation will get? If the given function is V, ur is equal to 1 by r v theta. 1 by r v theta. So that f dash of z becomes e power minus I theta. So when the given function is V, Vr and v theta are available. So for ur, we write 1 by r v theta plus I into Vr. Both the partial derivatives of V with respect to r and theta. Next, step 3. Substitute the expressions for the partial derivatives in the RHS, and let us substitute r is equal to z and theta is equal to 0. In Cartesian form, we used to write x is equal to z, y is equal to 0, and here r is equal to z and theta is equal to 0 to get f dash of z as a function of z. And the last step, that is step 4, integrating f dash of z with respect to z, we get the required analytic function, or required function f of z. So this is the procedure to construct the analytic function by knowing the real or imaginary part according as it is in the Cartesian or polar form. So let us solve one problem so that you come to know how to construct the analytic function by knowing the real or imaginary part. Of course, so the substitution of x is equal to z, y is equal to 0. Substitution of x is equal to z, y is equal to 0 in Cartesian form. X is equal to z, y is equal to 0 in Cartesian form. Similarly, r is equal to z, theta is equal to 0 in polar form. So this is known as Milne-Thomson substitution to convert f dash of z as a function of z. Okay, so let us solve a problem. First one, construct the analytic function. Whose real part is u is equal to log of under root x square plus y square. Solution. So since the real part is given, that is u is equal to log of under root x square plus y square, and it can be written as log of x square plus y square whole power half. Under root x square plus y square is x square plus y square whole power half, which is in the form log m power n, which can be written as n log m. Here it is half log of x square plus y square, that is u. Now let us differentiate u with respect to x and y partially. So we'll get ur is equal to, that is dou u by dou r is equal to 1 by 2 log of x square plus y square is 1 by x square plus y square into derivative of x square plus y square is 2x plus 0. So 2 get cancelled, we get x by x square plus y square, that is ur, sorry ux. Next, differentiating with respect to y, uy is equal to 1 by 2 is constant. Again derivative of log is 1 by x square plus y square. To derivative of x square plus y square with respect to y is 0 plus 2y. So 2 get cancelled, we'll get y by x square plus y square. So we got ux and uy. And now let us consider f dash of z is equal to ux plus ivx. ux plus ivx. But you see the available partial derivatives are ux and uy, and here we want ux and vx. So now we make use of the CR equations. But vx is equal to minus uy by CR equation. So therefore f dash of z is equal to ux plus I into, in place of vx you write minus uy, so that it becomes ux minus I uy. Now let us substitute the expressions for both ux and uy. That is f dash of z is equal to ux. Ux is x by x square plus y square minus I into uy. Uy is y divided by x square plus y square. So it is equation 1. And now let us substitute x is equal to z, y is equal to 0. We get f dash of z is equal to z divided by z square plus 0 minus I 0 divided by z square plus 0. So the entire term becomes 0, second one. So that is equal to z by z square minus 0, that is equal to 1 by z. So f dash of z is equal to 1 by z. So in order to get the analytic function f of z, let us integrate with respect to z. We get f of z is equal to integration of 1 by z dz plus c, that is equal to integration of 1 by z is log z plus c. So f of z is equal to log z plus c is the required analytic function. So similarly, if the given function is v, that is if imaginary part is given, first we get the partial derivatives like vx, vy, then we write f dash of z. So since vx, vy are available, we need to write ux in terms of vy by using CR equations. Then you substitute for the expressions and put x is equal to z, y is equal to 0. We will get f dash of z as a function of z. Then integrate, we get the required analytic function. Okay. So next class let us solve few more problems to construct the analytic function whose real or imaginary part is given by Milne-Thomson method. Thank you.